Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about a topic on the importance of grades, given that current topic in the UK right now is the A-level results. I mean, I'm not here to talk about the A-level results, that's kind of like a different topic. I got asked this by a friend of mine a few days ago, and he kind of asked me how important are university grades? And I kind of just said to him, they're probably not as important as you probably think. You'd only really, I'm talking about UK, where the grading system is top marks is first, then a 2-1, and then 2-2, and then a third. So I think really you'd only need to get a first if you wanted to do a PhD. Other than that, I think most industries will accept a 2-1. Good employers, I personally think, wouldn't really discriminate between a candidate who's got first and a candidate who's got a 2-1. In all honesty, I don't think grades matter that much. You should try and suss them out more in an interview, give them the chance to sort of demonstrate what they can do at an interview. I would even say give people who get a 2-2 a chance, although it is harder for them to get that step and get into an interview with a 2-2, just because the demand is quite high. So I think big companies who do their sort of big grad days, their sort of filtering system would probably eliminate most candidates who get a 2-2, which is a shame, because you get good candidates who do get 2-2, maybe because they just don't perform that well on exams. It's not, it's not the be all and end all, in my opinion. You can be a really good engineer even if you don't get like the grades that you want. I'd say if you get a third, it's still possible, but you might have to approach getting a job in a different way. Like, for example, if you get a third in engineering degree, you might have to start out being like a low-level technician and work your way up from there, which is no big deal. I know some really good engineers actually who came from an apprenticeship startup as an apprentice technician, and then worked their way up from 5-6 years as being a technician to being a really good engineer. And being a good engineer doesn't mean you have to be book smart. Being a really good engineer is all about solving problems, communication, being like focused, manage your own work. That's probably the better traits of an engineer. I think there's definitely pros and cons of being book smart. I think some people trying to think that yes, you have to be book smart to be an engineer, and that's really not true. I used to think that. But once you start working in industry, you'll find out that many people have different skills and they are all very valuable. So I've met a lot of graduates who are really book smart but have terrible communication. Terrible communication skills aren't actually that good at problem solving. They can do all the number crunching, they know the equations really well, but when it comes to talking to a client, working designs, sketching and things like that, they are terrible at it. So don't let your grades from university discourage you from being an engineer. I think the final take on it is, if you don't get the grades that you want, don't be disheartened. Just keep going and applying if you want to be an engineer. If you want to be part of the industry, solving problems, building stuff, you can still achieve it even if you don't get a 2-1, you don't get a first. I think most employees worth their salt, won't take that into full consideration. If once you've got your foot into the door, you've got your first job, get a couple of years experience, no one cares about your university result. Honestly, no one cares. Like, the only time my university result ever comes up in my life ever again is when someone asks me, what did you get? It really doesn't matter, and it's never formed part of winning a project, getting another job. just doesn't matter anymore. It's quite literally the tiny stepping stone you need to get from graduating and into your first job. Once you've got your first job, your university grade just does not matter. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thank you.